Hello, ladies and gents, and welcome to ETSU's Date of the Week. I'm your host, Kodi Ledford, and I've been honored with the presence of Krystina Ramey today, who is an art student here at the ETSU campus. Hi, Krystina, and thank you for joining me.
Hello, Kodi.
Now, you're doing an art exhibit next week, March 23rd through the 27th in the Slocumb Galleries, right?
Correct.
Okay, what is that exhibit about?
Well, my show is a collection of corporate identity designs, which are otherwise known as logos. I basically thought of a number of different companies, fictitious companies, and sat down and created a logo for them. And that's what my show is, just a collection of logos.
And right here we have an example of your creation, right?
This is the invitation. The show is called Branded, and each of these letters is from a logo that's already out in the workforce. And so I used each of the letters of the word to spell the word branded. So it kind of shows that, you know, my show is all about corporate identities. It is all about logos. So this is sort of like a sample of what kind of things that you'll see at the show.
Cool. There's a fun story behind this invitation. We were in French class, right?
Yes.
And she was passing out her invitation, showing it to a bunch of us, and a few of us could understand it, a few of us couldn't. But it was quite unique, and we thought very impressive as well.
Thank you.
Now, how often do you do exhibits exactly?
Me, myself, I haven't really presented very much. I am in the honors program. I'm part of the Art Scholars, and just as being a part of that, I've been able to present a few times, mainly just this year. We had a show at First Friday in downtown Johnson City. That was really the first time that I have ever presented my work in an actual gallery, so this will be my second show. But as far as the Slocumb Galleries, they have a student show every week, actually. All of the BFA students, Bachelor of Fine Arts, everyone has to do a show before they graduate. So each week, 2 students get to split the gallery and each of them display their work. So there's 2 shows per week, so there's always a show up in there. And I actually am not a Bachelor of Fine Arts student, so I don't have to do a show. But because I'm in the honors college, I have to do a thesis before I graduate. And since I'm an art student, they will allow me to have a show instead of writing a big thesis paper, which I'm very happy for.
I can imagine. In those papers, you know, they get extensive after
I don't like to write papers.
You said you've done a few shows. Which one was your favorite?
To be honest with you, this one. I'm more proud of this work than anything that I've ever done, because being that it's my thesis, I got to pick the topic that I was most interested in and that I wanted to do. And so the kind of art that I like to do, I'm not really about self-expression in my art. That's not really the kind of art that I like to do. My favorite creation or my favorite project is the one where I'm given guidelines that the company wants me to follow, and then I create a design for them. That's my favorite project. So all of my art is totally about corporate business sort of stuff like that, not necessarily doing it for myself. So this is really my favorite body of work that I've ever done. It's what I love to do, and I got to do it all completely out of my head, my thoughts. So this is definitely going to be my favorite show.
It looks like you've done an amazing job so far. It's a very impressive invitation.
Thank you.
As far as the art program itself, do you enjoy working in the art program? Do you enjoy working in the galleries?
That's a very funny question. There is a couple of us, actually, one of my good friends and I, we both feel like we don't belong over there, because it's kind of like what I just explained about how we don't really do art for self-expression. I guess that's why we're in the graphic design department, because, you know, drawing and painting and sculpting, it's kind of for yourself, and you put yourself into the work and you create what you're feeling. But graphic design, it's really all about creating for the person who you're doing the work for. Like, the companies come to you and they tell you what they want, and you just do what they want pretty much. And of course you put yourself into it as far as, you know, font choices and color choices, but it's pretty much you're given guidelines and you make it look good. And that's, she and I both, that's what we like to do, and we're not really over there expressing ourselves, so we kind of feel like we don't belong. But there's nowhere else that I belong on this campus either, so I might as well be over there.
Well, yeah, a place where you can let your creativity flow at least.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, thank you very much, Krystina. Is there anything else you'd like to add about your exhibit?
Well, the show, as you mentioned, is Monday, March 23rd through Friday, March 27th, and the reception will be Monday night on the 23rd at 6 p.m. And my partner and I, Nikolai, is splitting the gallery with me. He and I will both be talking about our work, and there will be free food, and we'll just be there to answer questions and talk about our work a little bit. So there is a reception, 6 p.m. Monday night.
Definitely come out and visit. Free food. Come on. I mean,
Yep.
really. The Slocumb galleries are held in Ball Hall, by the way. Just go into the main foyer. It's real easy to find.
My show will be on the right.
Exactly.
Front door on the right.
There we go. Come check out Krystina's show. Now, you can go visit your show anytime throughout the week as long as the building's open,
Yes,
right?
the galleries are open from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. So you can walk over there anytime between that time period, and you can view the work anytime.
Okay. Well, thank you very much for joining me, Krystina. It was a pleasure having you on the show.
Thank you.
And thank you for joining us for ETSU's Date of the Week. Tune in next week when we'll have an episode on how to register for financial aid online. I'm Kodi Ledford, and I'll see you next week.